Thank you for letting me come into your math lesson and observe you today. Yesterday, during our pre-observation conference, you asked if I would really watch the student engagement and give you specific feedback on your student engagement during your math lesson today. So how do you think the student engagement went?
Well, I think for the most part, the student engagement went pretty well. I feel like everyone was paying attention to me and listening.
I agree. I think that many students were on task. Overall, the majority of your students were engaged 100% of the time. At the very beginning, you had students write out the essential question in their math notebooks. You gave the students 60 seconds to do this, and 100% of your students were able to write the essential question in their math notebooks in 60 seconds. Now, afterwards, you went on to model two questions regarding the distributive property. And during this modeling, 15 out of 17 of your students were on task and they were following along. They were looking at you, making eye contact, and they were taking notes based on what you were writing up on the board. However, there were two students who were not on task. After writing the essential question, they put their pencil down and they were looking elsewhere. Do you know why maybe these two students were not following along as you were modeling?
Well, I think I know what two students you're speaking of. They are the two students I have that have a hard time staying focused and on task.
Okay, I understand. And moving forward, if we were to really focus on those two students, what might you do to help those students stay on task and follow along with your modeling just like the rest of your class? What can you do moving forward?
Well, I would think maybe I should put them in the front of the classroom where they're closer to me and they don't have as many distractions.
Okay, yeah, that is definitely one option that you can do to help keep those two students on task. Another suggestion that I might provide is maybe giving them the sample questions already written down before you start modeling. That way they actually have part of the question on the paper and they don't have to keep looking back and forth from the notebook to their paper and rewriting everything because maybe they're struggling, as you mentioned. Um, as you are modeling, you are able to call on those students to repeat what you just said to fill in the blanks on their equation stems. That might be an option for you as well. So moving forward, maybe in your lesson next week or tomorrow, I want you to really focus on this and keeping them on task like the rest of your class.
Well, thank you. And those are really good ideas that you gave me, and I will try to implement them.
Okay, great. I look forward to seeing your next math lesson.
Thank you.
Thank you.